Hey everyone, this is RJ and welcome again to my channel. What is the worst thing that could ever happen to a traveler? If you guys are following me on my Instagram, I bet you know what I'm talking about. There is a reason why I'm not able to upload any of my travel videos, and that's because I was robbed. Yep, few days ago when I was in Rome, it was actually our last day there, and I was robbed my phone and my wallet. It was very traumatic and a very difficult situation to be at kasi all of my travel photos and videos are there. I was not able to back it up in the iCloud kasi I bought the phone simply because of the traveling, and I specifically bought it because of the memory. It has 512 gigabyte, and so far I've already used about 90 or at least 100 gigabytes. So it's just one fourth of the capacity of the phone. So I didn't even imagine that I'm going to also lose it. So that's one of the reason that I was not able to back up my phone. So yeah, going to the story of the robbery. So basically happened during the last night of our stay in Rome. So I went to a bar, had one cocktail, and basically just stayed there for a few hours after drinking it. So about 1 or 1:30 in the morning, I was already walking in the bus station, and then I decided to just stay there. So I waited for about 15 minutes and then decided to just walk to home, to the hostel. As I started walking back to the hostel, I ended up in this street where it's perfectly lit. However, there's no cars passing by, there's no people walking, there's no one. As I was walking, I saw two guys approaching me. And the first guy, I didn't pay attention to it because I know for a fact that I think I feel safe during that time, so I wasn't even bothered. But the first guy whispered to me something, and then I immediately, out of instinct, I said no. And then by the time that I said no, it just registered in my mind what he actually just said. What he said to me was, "Give me your phone." And by the time that the word no came out of my mouth, I was supposed to say help from the other guy. And that very moment, I realized, oh no, they are together. So, second guy came along, grabbing my phone. So, he's a very tall guy, about 6'3" or 6'4". So, I tried to run on the opposite side, but since he's very tall, it only took him a few steps. He grabbed me, pushed me to the ground, and that's the reason why I have bruises all over me. So I also have bruises on my knee, so I'm going to just flash it. I'm just going to show you guys the picture of the bruises. So anyway, I was pushed to the ground. I tried to pick myself up, tried to run very fast, but I only was able to move like 2 or 3 steps, and then he pushed me again. He ended up getting my phone, threw it to the first guy, and he also got my wallet. I went on the opposite end, walk, and then I realized that I've lost everything. All of my travel photos, videos, and the wallet that I have with me, I've lost it. It was really a scary and traumatic experience, to say the least. I was bruised. I don't know where I'm at that very moment. And as I was walking, I saw a couple of people who are in a car, and I immediately asked them for some help. They were very kind to me and took me to their car, dropped me off in the hostel that I was staying at. And even in the hostel, the people were very generous to help give me the time to help me clean the wounds, dress the wounds, and basically comfort me. It's only been few days since we actually met, and I never would probably experience that kind of treatment from anyone, considering that those people are strangers. So the following day, I attempted to report the situation or the event to the police station. However, I was advised by the officer on that station where I first went to go to a different branch because there's no one to entertain me there in that branch. So I tried to go to the branch where he advised me to go to, pero it was too far from my hostel and I have a plane to catch. So I decided not to report it anymore. And considering that I don't have any insurance, I don't have to report it to anyone anyway, it's not going to make any sense, right? So I ended up going to flying back here in Tallinn, bruised and without phone, without any money. In each and every travel that we do, we learn things. So in this particular travel, I have learned the valuable lesson of losing and gaining. So I have lose my valuables to those people, and at the same time, I was helped by complete strangers. So it was a difficult situation to say the least, but nevertheless, knowing that I'm still alive and talking to all of you is something that I'm going to consider grateful for. I'm just so grateful of the fact that those people who have robbed me spared my life. They could have just stabbed me, shoot me with a gun, or I could be in the hospital right now, but they didn't. What they wanted is just the money and the phone. I mean, those things can be replaced. We could always do the memories again. But the truth of the matter is life cannot be replaced. So I'm just so thankful that this also spared me the life. Another lesson that I've learned from this travel is to always back up the phone. So whatever situation that there is, you always have to back up the phone in the cloud. Although, as I've tried to explain earlier, I was thinking that there's no reason for me to back up my phone yet. However, I've learned it the hard way. So next time that I'm going to travel, I'm definitely going to back up my phone regardless of the capacity of the device. Also, next time that I'm going to travel, I'm definitely going to get an insurance. So that's the most important thing that I'm going to consider, because every time that I travel, I always feel secure to the places that I go to, which is not always supposed to be the case. We always need to have the second nature of looking over our shoulder because we don't exactly know what will going to happen to us. So the insurance or the travel insurance will going to help us if something happened to us, if we got hospitalized, and if we lose our valuables, we could report it and claim it. So that's another thing that I'm definitely going to consider once I hit back the road and travel again. Those are the things that I'm going to consider next time that I'm going to travel. But this time around, it's more of the mental state that I'm trying to prepare myself for. Also, the overcoming of the trauma that I've witnessed and experienced myself. It is difficult, I should say. It's difficult to accept that situation happened to me, pero it is what it is. Yeah, those kind of situations are the things that I've learned throughout the travel and throughout this experience, that try to look at the situation in a different perspective. So maybe it's difficult to accept it now that I have lost everything that I have, but nevertheless, I have my life right now. I'm still grateful of the opportunity that I've experienced, and to be honest, I have seen so many things during this travel, and I'm so grateful and glad that I was able to experience all of those. It's just that this single experience, yeah, it was just unfortunate that I have lost my phone, I have lost all the memories, and no records of whatever. If you're going to ask me if I'm going to travel back again to Rome, definitely. It's just that I was in the wrong neighborhood, in the wrong time, with the wrong people. There are people who's going to hurt you, but at the same time, there are people who you're going to meet that will going to help you out. So it's my second time actually to travel to Rome, and I'm still looking forward to my third or maybe fourth time to go there. So like what I said to my friends who have checked up on me during the time that I posted this to my Instagram account, Rome is a beautiful place. It is just unfortunate that it happened to a tourist like me. My journey was enjoyable. It was enjoyable indeed, but it wasn't something that I would expect. I mean, I'm really excited to share all my travel videos to all of you because it was an awesome experience, to say the least. And it is just unfortunate that I'm not able to share any of those videos because it's lost now. So anyway, I know I have talked a lot right now and it may not be making any sense, pero that's the reason why I was not able to post the travel videos that I'm supposed to. And yeah, I hope to actually be able to travel again, post the video, and that's another thing. I think next time I'm also going to do the editing while on the road. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something with my experience and apply it to your next travel. And definitely, once I hit the road again, I'm going to share that experience to all of you and whatever it is that I have learned throughout the journey. In this video, please like, share, and subscribe. So you can also follow me on my Instagram account. And I also want to hear from you your experience if you dealt with the same situation that I experienced, so we could actually share our insights when it comes to traveling and losing something. So yeah, this is going to be it for me for today, and see you in my next video and travel.